Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Matt. I am your host, Matt Taylor. Today, I'm going to show you how to make pimple cupcakes. These are perfect for Halloween and they're really kind of gross looking, but really fun to pop them and they taste really good. Also, I'm going to show you how to make a variety with a blackhead, just one extra step that makes it look like a little bit of a blackhead that you can pop as well. Again, pretty gross, but really cool. Perfect for a Halloween party if you want to make them for that. And I decided to make these early on here in October, so you have plenty of time to prepare for whatever Halloween party that you want to go to. These cupcakes aren't my own invention. They came out a couple years ago. A bakery made them for this doctor. She specializes in like popping pimples and blackheads and things like that. And I think it was made famous by like BuzzFeed. Anyway, here we go. They're really easy to do, simple ingredients, pretty hilarious as well. Let's get started. Okay, so first you want to make some cupcakes, and I have cupcakes here. I just used a box cupcake mix. Now I do have a couple other recipes where you can make cupcakes from scratch, and I'll put links down below where you can find those recipes as well. So I have my cupcakes here, they've already cooled, and now I want to start my pudding. You can use like a buttercream frosting as well for the insides, but I'm just going to use pudding, this white chocolate pudding because it looks kind of like pus. Anyway, that sounds pretty gross. And so let's go ahead and make the pudding, and this is super easy. You just take your pudding mix, put it in a bowl, and then add 2 cups of cold milk. I'm using 1%, but you can use 2% or whole milk. We're gonna come in here with a whisk and whisk it up really well. And then we're just gonna go ahead and let it sit for about 5 minutes until it sets. All right, so now what we need to do is we need to work with our fondant. And I have just this white fondant here. I already have some brown icing coloring that you can use to color your fondant. White fondant is traditionally cheaper. This was only like $6 at Walmart, but you can find it online as well. Or you could buy, they have different skin tones of fondant that you can buy already. It's just a little more expensive. So let's go ahead and work with the fondant and get it our skin color. Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna knead it in your hands until it gets nice and soft. Now we wanna color this. And so I'm just gonna take this food coloring here. I'm just gonna take this coloring, icing coloring, and just take some of it. We'll see how far that gets us. And I'm just gonna start kneading it in. And it's gonna start to turn colors on us. All right, look at that. It's a nice skin tone color. Nice, it's a little tanner than I am. Okay, great. And now what we wanna do is we're gonna go ahead and roll this out. And I have like a little fondant roller, but you don't have to have this tool. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll take a cookie cutter, like a round cookie cutter, and come in here and get ourselves a little round piece like that. And then what we'll do is we'll come in with like a cake tip, cake decorating tip like this, and right in the middle, go ahead and take that out. So that gives us a nice piece of fondant like this. Now what we'll do is we'll take a glass and we'll put a piping bag in there that has a little tip on it, has a round tip. And if you don't have a piping bag, don't worry, just use a plastic bag. And if you don't have that cake tip, that's okay. You can just cut a little hole in your bag and that will work well as well, okay? And now we're gonna just take some pudding. All right, so we'll just list that, we'll just push it down. And we have a piping bag ready to go. Now what we do is we take our cupcake here, and then we're just gonna come in here with a knife, or if you have, it's like a round cylinder like this, but it's longer, and you can just go straight down and cut it. I'm just gonna go in here with a knife. Most of you probably won't have that special tool. You just cut some cake out, okay? Takes a nice little piece of cake out. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here with our piping bag and just squirt some in there. And then we're gonna take just some frosting here. I just got this nice little cream cheese frosting. You can make your own as well. Again, I'll show you how to do that in other videos. The reason why we want a little bit of frosting on this is to hold our fondant in place. You don't need a whole lot, just a little bit. Then we're gonna go ahead and take our fondant piece and lay that right on top. Okay, doesn't that look gross? All right, now what we wanna do, we're not done yet, is we're gonna come in here and take a little bit of food coloring. I just have this small little brush with some red food coloring. So it makes it look like it's kind of like, you know, puffy and ready to pop. And there you go. That is one little pimple popping cupcake ready to go. Hilarious. Now to make this a blackhead, just go ahead and take a chocolate chip and just put it right on top there. Just push it down a little bit. And now you got yourself a blackhead. All right, and then we come in here to pop it. And sometimes it takes a little work, like a real pimple. But you just kind of push down and squeeze. And look at it come out. Ew. Anyway, it's really funny. All right, our pimple and blackhead cupcakes are done. Turned out fantastic, super hilarious, kind of gross, oddly satisfying when you pop them. Go out there and make your own. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions or comments or requests, put them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down in the corner, push it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into one of these. Oh yeah, this one right here looks like it's ready to pop. I'm gonna go ahead and take off that side. Dude, it's so gross.